to eat turkey, 'cause it's good. Love to eat turkey like a good boy should, 'cause it's turkey to eat. So good.
All right, let's talk a little Butterball Turkey Hotline. This is a St. Louis tradition. Karen Welcher. Karen, you are with the Butterball Turkey Hotline. Thank you for joining us.
Well, hi. Who is it? What's your name? I forgot.
McGraw is my first name, along with Kelly Jackson here in St. Louis.
McGraw?
Yes, that's my first name.
Okay, McGraw and Kelly. Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
It's kind of topsy-turvy here this morning. You know, the day before Thanksgiving, we get all excited because this is our season. And how are you guys? You know where your turkey is today?
My turkey's in my refrigerator, but I'm getting ready to brine it. When should I start brining it, and how long should I brine it for?
They say about 45 to 60 minutes per pound in a large container that's cold enough small enough to fit into your refrigerator. And the brine should be, if you cook it first, you've got to chill it down and then put it in the cold brine and get it in your fridge. So if it's, how many pounds is your turkey?
My turkey's 12 pounds.
12, so about 12 hours.
So about 12 hours, okay. And so I can put it in a giant garbage bag, right? Just filled up with...
We recommend a food-safe bag, and then maybe you can put it in some kind of a deep roasting pan or a large pot.
Sure, okay. All right, and then somebody was telling me, don't cook for time, cook for temperature.
Yes, absolutely. Use a meat thermometer. You want to make sure the thigh is up to 180 and the breast is up to 165 to 170. But even more important than that, we want everybody to have a great experience on Thanksgiving Day, have a delicious turkey, and we have all the information they need. Now, this year, prior to other years, we are totally on demand. That means you can text us. You can go on our website at butterball.com and chat your questions to us. Butterball.com has lots of answers and lots of new videos to show where do you place a meat thermometer, how do you deep fry, when do you know it's done, how do you carve a turkey, things that you really have a hard time, we have a hard time explaining over the phone. You can see a quick little fun video about these items. So the text number is 844-877-3456, which can be found on our Butterball.com website.
Hold on a second. You're telling me that tomorrow, if you have a question about how you're cooking your turkey, we can text you?
Today, since last Thursday, for 24/7 through tomorrow, you can text us your turkey questions. But that's a specific phone number. It's different from our call-in Talk to Me phone number. That's 1-800-BUTTERBALL. But the text number, 844-877-3456. We all have it tattooed on our wrist.
I bet you do.
All right, let's talk about stuffing versus dressing. Some people still put the dressing or the stuffing inside the bird. Do you guys recommend that?
Totally a personal preference. I like the stuffing inside the bird. Many people don't like it. My husband wants it in a casserole dish. We might have to have 2 stuffings this year, but he does all the cooking, so I leave it totally up to him. He's a great cook. He's a great guy. But with stuffing, it's really individual. It just makes sure the stuffing gets cooked also, and that's very important because that's the last part sometimes to get done. Stuffing has to be 165. Again, you want the 180 in the thigh and the 165 to 170 in the breast area.
And if you put meat or sausage or anything in there, you should pre-cook that, of course, right?
Right. Anything you put into the stuffing should be pre-cooked. Celery, carrot, onion, any kind of sausage. If you're going to do cranberries, I'd even saute those and, with some of the sausage just to kind of heat it up to kill any extra bacteria that might just be floating around because it's going to be sitting at an in-between temperature for quite a while till you hit that total bacteria kill point at about 165.
You mentioned the thermometer. I want to ask you about the pop-up thermometers. People told me those aren't very good.
They are good. They work, but they work in exactly the spot they're in. And they're never in the thigh. And the breast gets done pretty quickly because it's up in that hot air. The thighs are down in the bottom of the roasting pan, and if you have a high-sided pan, some people we recommend about a 2.5-inch sided pan with a rack underneath the turkey to hold it up off the bottom so air can circulate around and help cook those thighs. Thighs get done at 180. They take much longer. We also recommend tenting the turkey at the toward the end of the cooking time, the last third of the cooking time, with a little piece of foil about the size of a sheet of paper that sits on top of the turkey to prevent the breast from overcooking while we're waiting for those big thighs to get done. So those little pop-ups, they work exactly correctly where they are placed. But they should have one that's calibrated to 180 and put it in the two thighs, because you always want to check both thighs.
Karen, I got just a short amount of time left. And how long should the bird rest once we take it out of the oven or the grill before we should start carving it?
Definitely minimum 15 minutes. I like to say 30 or 40 minutes, because that's when all the juices settle down, the temperature starts to lower, those juices are sucked back in and retained. If you carve that turkey right out of the oven within, say, 5 or 10 minutes, all the juice is going to end up in the platter.
Mm-hmm. And then,
so give it a good 30 minutes.
1-800-Butterball. What's the website?
Butterball.com.
And what's the text line?
The text line, 844-877-3456, 844-877-3456.
Okay,
And
844.
call us at 1-800-Butterball.
Karen, thank you very much. Happy Thanksgiving.
You're welcome.
Happy
you guys.
Thanksgiving.
You got it.
All right.
Right out of
Bye-bye.
Central Casting, Karen
Yeah.
Welcher from the Butterball Turkey Hotline, 858 KTRS.
Come on down to